I come over from the Crusaders. I had a few months over there, and obviously Widnes got granted the licence to come up to Super League, so they sent over an offer for me to come and join the club, and it was just thought it would be a great opportunity for me to come and join a new journey. When I first turned up in Widnes, it was quite a small town. It's grown quite a bit since I've turned up. I had only been in the country for not quite a year, so my expectations, I didn't really have much expectations of the town, so but I was just excited to get here and see what Widnes was all about. This is a lot different to where I've come from in New Zealand, so it was just an exciting new journey for my family, and the town's grown so much since we've been here. Yeah, when I signed my first deal in 2012, it was obviously a 3-year deal, and I never expected to be here this long. It's been a pretty rough ride. We've had a lot of exciting times, but a lot of hard times as well. So to play over 150 games here is, it's obviously special to be at the one club and do it. Unfortunately with injuries, I probably could have played a lot more, but it is a pretty rough sport, so it's been pretty tough on the old body. But to do it here at Widnes, I couldn't be any prouder. Being asked to be captain this year, was definitely a proud moment for myself and my family. After the 8 years that I've been playing here, and to get asked to do that, it's obviously very special. And the group of boys that we've got to lead them out, and a lot of local lads that looked up to us playing here, and to lead them out has been very special. So it's very honoured to. When we found out the news about going into administration, it was obviously a massive shock to everyone. You'd done all the pre-season and kind of planned your future around being at the club, and then get it all thrown in your face and up in the air. It was a lot of, it was just very nerve-wracking, and you didn't really know who to talk to because no one really knew what was going on. I think as a playing group we stayed pretty close, but it's when things get tough, it was just it was quite frightening really, as you'd planned and trained so hard for what you wanted to get out of the year, and then everything's just thrown up in the air. So obviously the boys were struggling a lot. We're lucky to have the group we did, and we're lucky to have the support of the fans and the guys that come in and save the club. So in some ways we're very lucky and thankful that we're still here playing today. When I did get up on stage, it was kind of, obviously we've been put into administration, and just having those talks with my family, the unknown of, I still had to support my kids, and made so many close friends and relationships here in the town with the players and fans as well, and a lot of people become family for us over here. And I think I got up to talk, and you could just see everyone there with the support that they were giving us. And there's not a lot of rich people in Widnes, and kids coming in and giving their piggy bank money and donating bikes and stuff like that. I think I got on stage to speak to everyone, and it kind of just hit me of how big everything was and how much it actually meant to the town. And the club's always meant a lot to me, it's meant a lot to my family, so I think it kind of just, it got me. But that's it just kind of showed what it means to everyone, and a lot of players were the same here in the team. Losing the boys that we did, was very tough. Like I said, we're a real close team, and a lot of people wouldn't have heard of kind of how emotional and hard that was to see players being cut just so that we could keep our jobs. It was a tough time for the team, and it was hard for everyone to get their head around at the time. The club had to move on, the team had to keep playing, so we just had to get around everyone and make sure that we keep doing the little things right to keep playing. And we had to get off the bottom of the table firstly, and you could see the way we were playing those first 6 weeks after administration of how hard everyone was still working and what it meant to everyone. In a lot of ways we're lucky to have Kieran. been through the situation before, and you know the way he was handling himself and not getting paid, and to have Kieran here and turning up every day just as positive as all the players, and it was a massive boost for everyone. It kind of it didn't need too much from myself and the senior boys because of the standard that Perts was setting. So you know, I think we're lucky to have him here at the club and to get us through those tough times. You know, we've got a very young squad and we've played well in patches, but you know that's the experience, and it's only going to make the club stronger in the future. So you know, it's been a pretty tough year, but yeah, we're very lucky to have Perts there on board. Obviously, we had targets to get off back up to 0 after getting minus 12 points. You know, we got there, and you know, we playing week in, week out against seasoned pros. You know, every team have got old teams and old heads in their team, a lot of them too. And you know, sometimes we're probably averaging around 21 years as an average team. If you took H or myself out of the team, we'd probably be younger. So you know, it's been a pretty tough season, but you know, once this cup come up, it was definitely a big talking point for us. It was something that we wanted to go for. We set our targets on winning right from the start. You know, it's not like we go out to any game to lose, but you know, this one we put a massive target on and made sure we prepared our best and turned up for every game here. And you could see that and what it meant to everyone in the league game. So you know, to get to the finals, not only to represent ourselves, but I think it's massive for the town that supported us and kept us on the field playing today. Having to pull out of the league game was, you know, one of the hardest calls I've ever had to make at this club. I've played through a lot of injuries. I just thought at the time if I could have ran out and played, but I might have lasted 5 minutes, and then in the long run I'm letting the team down. So sat down with coach and kind of made the call the day before that you know, I couldn't offer enough to the team, and so it was definitely a hard call, especially not knowing if it was going to be a last game in that comp or. But you know, we've got a great group of guys, and kind of just had the feeling that day like it didn't matter what league we're going to throw at us, we were going to play better that day. So it's very lucky and thankful for the boys. Sitting in the stand, I'll probably get more emotional sitting out there watching the game. You sit there, you can kind of see everything that's happening. When you're in the game, you know, you're blowing, you're trying your best, but you can't really see a lot of things happening. And it honestly looks very easy watching. You see boys not doing things and you're like, why isn't he doing that? But you're in the game and it's so hard to do. But just so anxious in there, I can't sit still, and it kills me watching, definitely. When the final hooter went on the game, you just see the emotion going through the team, and all the staff on the sideline jumping up and down, the crowd were going off. So it just, you know, it was amazing. It's been a rough year, and just to get a bit of positivity out of the year is, you know, showed what it meant in that game, and you know how everyone stuck together and cheering and that. You know, it's probably the biggest celebrations that I've ever seen amongst players since my time at the club, and you know, just really looking forward to the final. Being captain here at the club, to have the opportunity to lead the team out next week, it's you know, it honestly means a lot. We've been here so long and there's not been many positives since here. You know, we were in Super League and we were celebrating winning one-off games against Wiggins, and then we'll go lose 5 or 6 games and then might get another big win against another big team. But you know, they're not really. They didn't really mean much, and now having the opportunity to go out, and especially Wembley means so much to the town. You know, you talk to anyone around Widnes and they talk about the good old days when they were Cup Kings and that, and it just, you walk around town now and everyone's so happy and proud of the boys and the team, and to get the opportunity to lead them out, you know, I'm just truly grateful and looking forward to it. To our fans, you know, I think I'm only close with them because of how much they've offered a support network for my family and myself. You know, a long way from home, and so many people have reached out to help things, and you know, it's my kids' birthdays come up and people pop things in my letterbox, and people I don't even know, and just giving my kids a birthday card, and it just shows how generous and how much kind-hearted people are in this town. You know, it's a massive rugby town, and it means a lot to the town, but without them we wouldn't be here today. And you know, I can only thank everyone that has supported me and my family and the club for this whole time. So yeah, thanks very much.